What we're going to be doing first here is understanding a little bit about slope. Slope is how much something goes up or down over how much it goes across. You can use slope to describe the steepness of an incline or a hill, like this sign over here says that it has a 10% slope. That means for every mile that, every 10 miles that a truck would travel horizontally, then that means it would go down 1 mile, which is quite a bit, by the way. That's a very steep slope. In math, slope is a number that describes the steepness of a line. Now, on this graph, the green line is what we're going to be concerned with, and we want to find the vertical change over the horizontal change. So, let's come down here to the starting point. It could be anywhere along the line. It could be here if you wanted to, but the problem with it being here in the middle is that you don't have a cross mark. See how where these two lines cross, you can make a dot right here. Okay, and it's easy to see where the next place is, right here. And the next place that it crosses is here and here. Well, if you do it anywhere else, it makes it it's more of an estimation as opposed to trying to be exact. So we're going to start here. How much does it, and the next place that it crosses is here. How do we know how much it goes up and how much it goes across? Well, to get to this point, we go up 1 and we go to the right 2. So that's up 1 and right 2. So that's a slope of 1/2. Now, if we had done it a different way, if we had started here and we had gone down 1 and to the left 2, then that would have been down 1 and to the left 2, and that's still a positive 1/2. So it doesn't matter where you start, you'll come out with the same slope regardless of where you are on the line. For example, if we started here and we went up 1 and right 2, we're still on the line. That's what's making the line, and our slope is 1/2. Now there's another way to find out the slope, and that's to use the coordinates of the line. So what we'll do this time is we'll find out what the coordinate of this point is. That point would be -1, 1, 2. -1, -2. This point is +1, -1. Okay? So what you have to do in this case to find the slope is you go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that gives you the slope. Well, here are the x's, here are the y's. So we take, it doesn't matter which one of these is number 2 and which one is number 1 as long as you're consistent with it. So y2, we'll let this be y2. So we go -2 minus y1, which is -1. So -1 over -1 minus, in this case it's a +1. So that gives us -2 plus 1 gives us -1. And -1 minus 1 gives us -2. And when we simplify that, we get 1/2, which is the same answer that we got on the previous one by counting the information. Now you're going, it was so much simpler to count, why should I worry about doing this formula? Well, it's not always going to be so simple to count. So you have to have the formula to do it on the times when it's not so simple. Okay, let's do another one. Now, let's do it the first way by counting. What we'll do is we'll start here. We'll go up 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right. So we went up 1 and 7 to the right. Now let's check it using the coordinates. The first coordinate is 0, -3. We start here at 0, 1, 2, 3. And the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. So 7, negative 2. So let's see what that comes out. Remember the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals the slope. So we go negative 3 minus a minus 2 over 0 minus 7. Negative 3 plus 2 gives us negative 1 over negative 7, and that gives us the same answer that we got here of 1 over 7. One more. This time we go down 1 and to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we went down 1. When you go down, that's negative over 8. So our slope this time was negative 1/8. When you go up or down, when you go down, it's negative, or when you go left, it's negative. When you go up, it's positive. When you go to the right, it's positive. So let's check our points. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. And our other one is 7, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, negative 3. All right, so let's do it with the formula. So that will be marker. That's negative 2 minus a minus 3 over negative 1 minus 7. That gives us positive 3 minus 2 gives us 1 over negative 8. Same answer we got right here. It doesn't matter where the negative sign is, because once again, see, you've got negative 1 over 8. That means you went down 1 and right 8. This one is 1, positive 1, so you go up 1 and to the left 8. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter where the negative sign is, you'll have the same line. Okay, now look at this. We did something just a second ago, and let's go back and look at it. The slope of this one was 1/2. It started low and went high, and it had a positive slope. This one, the slope was 1/7. It started low and went high, and it had a positive slope. This one has a negative slope. It started high and then went down to the right, okay? And it had a negative slope. So when you look at these lines, this one starts high and goes low. That means it has a negative slope. This one starts low and goes high. That means it has a positive slope. This one starts low and goes high. It has a positive slope. Now, if you had another one that went like this, you automatically know that it has a negative slope. Oh, now these don't start high and go low, or start low and go high. I wonder what they could be. Well, let's look at them. Let's start by counting. The first thing we'll do is we'll start here. How much do we go up? Well, we don't go up at all. So we'll go up 0, and we go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope of that line is equal to 0. So let's try it using the coordinates. This is 0, 1, 2, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So we go, marker. We go 2 minus 2 over 0 minus 5. That gives us 0 over minus 5, which is 0. So the slope of a horizontal line is going to be 0. Same thing for this one. It doesn't matter where it is. Let me do this. It can be here, it can be here, here, here. It doesn't matter where it is. The slope is going to be 0. Okay? Well, even if it's right there, the slope is 0. Now, that brings us to the vertical lines. A vertical line, let's see what happens with it. We start at 0, we start here and we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go up 5 and we go to the right or left, 0. Now, what does that tell you about this one? Do you remember what it means to divide by 0? That's right, 0, division by 0 is undefined. So the slope of a vertical line is undefined. The slope of a horizontal line is 0, but the slope of a vertical line is undefined. Okay, let's review. Lines that start low and rise high have a positive slope. Lines that start high and go low have a negative slope. Horizontal lines have a 0 slope, and vertical lines have an undefined slope. Okay, the y-intercept is the point at which a line touches or intercepts the y-axis of a graph. So we've got this line, and it's moseying along here, and it touches the y-axis right here. By the way, y-intercept is designated with a B. Remember, slope is designated with an M. The y-intercept is designated with a B. So when we look at this one, where does it intercept the y-axis? Well, it intercepts it at 1, 2. So that means the y-intercept would be 2. We come over to this one. The y-intercept is going to be, starts here at 0, goes down 1. If it goes down 1, that means it's negative 1. An equation of the form y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope, we just got through studying that, and b is the y-intercept, just introduced that. It's in slope-intercept form. There are 3 different forms of a line that you'll study. The first one is this slope-intercept form, where you go y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. What is the slope of the line with the equation y equals 3/4 x plus 3? Well, it's the number that's directly in front of the x. So that means the slope is 3/4. What is the y-intercept? It's the number that follows the x. So that means it would be negative 3. Oh, excuse me, why did I say that? It would be positive 3. Okay, write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line with a slope of 3/4 and a y-intercept of negative 2. All right, so our slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we write y equals, our slope is 3/4. That takes the place of the m. Put our x. Our y-intercept is negative 2. So now, this is how you graph one. You come over here and the slope, the y-intercept, is negative 2. You put a dot at negative 2. And then you take the slope. It's 3/4. That means it goes up 3 and across 4. So we go up 1, 2, 3, and right 1, 2, 3, 4. And we put our dot. Now you could do that several times. But if you've got a straight edge, or in my case, if you've got a drawing tool, then you draw your line like this. And you've got your line, and it's always important. Oops, excuse me. Let me get my marker on here. It's always important to put your arrows on each side because the line's going forever in both directions. But now we drew our line using the y-intercept and the slope. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line with a slope of negative 1/2 and a y-intercept of 3. Then graph the equation. Pause the video, do this one, and then get back with me. Okay, let's see what you did. The slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we write y equals, the slope is negative 1/2, put the x, And the the y-intercept was 3. So we put a positive 3. Then we come over here, we start at 0, we go up 1, 2, 3, and we put our dot. And our slope is negative 1/2. Now that can be negative 1/2, or it can be negative 1/2. It doesn't matter. We'll choose this one. Let's do this one this time. So that means we go up 1, and then to the left 2. 1, 2. Now, if we had chosen this one, we would have gone down 1 and right 2. And see, it's the same line. It'll be the same line. So let's draw our line. See, both of them include the same points. It doesn't matter which way you go on the slope as long as you're consistent. And you go left when it's positive and right whenever it's, left when it's negative and right when it's positive. Okay, and there's our line. Did you get that? I sure hope you did. All right, now let's graph 3x plus 2y equals 6. Remember, we're doing slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, but this does not look like that. So we want it to look like that. So what we're going to do is come over here and go 3x plus 2y equals 6. We want the x to be over here. So we go minus 3x, and that gives us 2y equals negative 3x plus 6. You notice now we're in the form of y equals mx plus b, except it says 2y, and we want it to say y. So we divide both sides by 2. And that gives us y equals negative 3 halves x plus 3. Now we come over here, we've got the y-intercept of 3. We go up here, 1, 2, 3. And our slope is negative 3 halves. Negative 3 means that we go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And the 2 means we go right 2. 1, 2. Come on. There we go. All right. And then we draw our line. All right. So you see we had to change that into slope-intercept form before we did our graphing. So pause the video, do this next one, and then get back with me. Alrighty, so we've got 3x minus 4y equals 12. We go minus 3x and minus 3x. That gives us negative 4y equals negative 3x plus 12. We divide by negative 4 on both sides. That leaves us with y equals negative and negative make positive, so that's 3/4 x. 12 divided by negative 4 gives us negative 3. So we come over here, our y-intercept is negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Our slope is 3/4. The 3 means we go up 3. 1, 2, 3. The 4 means we go to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we draw our line and put our arrows on each side on each end of the line. And there we go. We've drawn our line. We've graphed the 3x minus 4y equals 12. All right, now let's see what we got to do. We got to write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that's already there. We've been making the line from the slope-intercept form. Now we're going to make the slope-intercept form from the line. So we come look at this one, and we see that it crosses the y-axis at 1, 2, 3. So that means our y-intercept is 3. The next thing we need to know is the slope. So we come here at the slope at this point. Let's make a dot there. And we find the next place that it goes to a spot like this. And that would be here. Dot. So we count 1, 2 up, and 1, 2, 3 right. So it went up 2 and to the right 3. So our slope is 2/3. Remember our slope-intercept form as y equals mx plus b. So we go y equals, slope is 2/3, x, and the y-intercept is positive 3. And then you've written your equation from looking at the graph. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and try this one and then come back and see how you did. All right, so remember the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. You need to find the slope and you need to find the y-intercept. So we come down, we go -1, -2, -3. Our y-intercept is -3. We start here, and we can either go this way or we can go this way. It doesn't matter. So let's find the next place that it crosses. There we go, right there. So that means we went up 1 and to the left 1, 2, 3. So we went up 1 and to the left 3. So that means we write y equals -1/3 x minus 3.